We'll begin in a standing posture at the top of the mat. Ground your feet down. Feel the 4 points of the feet pressing into the mat. So the big toe mound on either side of the heel. And then suction cup your inner feet, your arch of the foot up. Keep a little buoyancy in the knees, but activate the legs so you feel really strong in the lower body. Gently tuck the tailbone. We're lifting up through the front of the pelvis. Lengthen through the spine, let the arms hang at your side, shoulders relaxed, palms facing open forward. Breathe in deep, spreading through the collarbone as the lungs expand. Exhaling, slight tuck of the chin, gaze straight ahead. Feel your power standing here. And then when you're ready, take another deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Clasping the fingertips up at the top, pointer finger up. Inhale, lengthen, press down through the feet. Exhale, tilt to one side. Just a gentle little stretch to the right or the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, release the hands. Clasp them behind the low back. Inhale, draw the hands down as you lift the heart up. Gaze up. Keep the heart lifted as you release the hands. Exhale. Inhale, arms up overhead. Clasping the fingertips again at the top, and exhale, tilt to the other side. Only about 25% of the way. Inhale back to center. Exhale, bend the knees and halfway forward fold. So just coming to a halfway lift. Hands on your knees, back somewhat straight. Looking straight down. And here we're going to take a few rounds of cat and cow. So exhale, curl the spine, tuck the chin, roll the shoulders forward. Inhale, drop the chest, lift the tailbone and the chin, look up. That's your inhale. Exhale, find a cat-like pose. Inhale to cow. And continue taking a few rounds of your standing cat and cow. Exaggerate the breath. Begin to engage the ujjayi breathing. Dragging the inhales down the back of the throat. Exhaling as if you're whispering with your mouth closed. Take one more round of cat and cow in our halfway lift here. And then come to neutral spine. Reach the arms back. And inhale to stand. Reaching the arms up and straighten the legs. Reach up, look up, little back bend. Exhale, cactus arms. Heart still lifted, gaze up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend the knees. Halfway forward, fold again. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, now we gently fold forward. Let the head hang heavy. Tent the fingertips and take a little cha-cha with the hips, bending one knee and then the other. A block is great here if you can't quite reach the floor in your forward fold. Wiggling out the hips. Keep the head and the neck relaxed. And then coming back to just a still forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to stand, arms up. Exhale, hands to your side. Inhale, sun salutation A, reach up. Exhale, take your time on the forward fold. Use your block if you need, if you're a little stiff so far today. Inhale, halfway lift, straight back. Exhale, fold. Roll up to stand, take your time. Bring your arms up with you. Palms meet at the top and exhale them down through heart center, Anjali Mudra. Inhale the opposite way up. So bringing the palms up towards the sky. Exhale, spread the arms wide, dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stay. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, press the hips back. Lengthen through the spine, looking up over the top edge of the mat. Exhale to chair, bend the knees, reach the arms up. Gentle tuck of the tailbone, strong through the legs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step the feet back, lower the knees to the mat. Take a round of cat and cow. And coming back to neutral spine, walk the hands forward so you're balancing on your knees, lifting the feet up, and we're gonna lower all the way down. So take your time, bending at the elbows, chest comes between the hands. Lower the legs to the mat, inhale to cobra. Shrug the shoulders down the back, lift the heart. Tops of the feet press into the mat. Lower the gaze to the edge of your mat. One more breath in here. Tuck the toes, squeeze the elbows in. Press up to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward, warrior one. Spin that back heel down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Square the hips and shoulders towards the top of the mat. And then exhale, tick-tock that right hand down and back. So kind of finding a warrior two arms with the left fingertips reaching forward, the right fingertips back. Back leg is still straight. You can hop your leg in if you need. It can be slightly bent on your back knee. Your back knee can be a little bent. Inhale, tick-tock that right arm back up. Reach up. Exhale, plant your hands. Step the right foot back, finding plank. Lower through either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And right to warrior one on the other side. Step the left foot forward. Right heel spins down. Inhale, reach it up. Adjust your stance. Face forward. Lengthen through the spine, ground down through the lower body. And exhale, lower that left hand. And spin it all the way to the back. Reach the right fingertips forward, left fingertips back, looking over your left side of the body. So a little twist in the torso here. Keep reaching with the fingertips. Breathing as deeply as you can. And then inhale, drop that left hand around and back up. Warrior one. Exhale, plant your hands on either side of your foot. Step that left foot back, finding plank. Lower through. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. You can pedal out your heels. Reach back for an ankle. Twist the hips around. Look under your armpits on either side. Do what you need to warm yourself up. Take a breath out long on your last exhale. Look between your hands, make your way to the top, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Stay for the exhale. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to chair, reach the arms up. Drop the hips down and back. Weight in the heels. Relax shoulders. Gaze slightly up. Inhale to stand, reach up. Press the heart forward. Shift the weight forward, little back bend. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, mountain at the top of the mat. Take 3 breaths here. Become in tune with the breath. Bring your hands to heart center. One more inhale, full breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Release the hands. Step the right foot to the back of the mat and turn to face the long edge of the mat, finding a 5-pointed star. We're going to take it to triangle over the right side. So just pivot on your feet to face the right foot. Right arm reaches forward, hinging at the hips, reaching as far as you can, and then lowering that right hand to the inside of the right leg or block. Slight bend in your knee if you need. Maybe begin working down the leg, reaching for the foot or the toe, but keep the spine long. Keep the heart spinning up towards the ceiling, reaching with the left fingertips. Hug the legs in and up. Breathe. 2 more breaths. Final inhale. Don't give up on the exhale. Stay with yourself. And then press down to inhale, lift up. Pivot all the way to face the top of the mat, the left side for triangle on the other side. Hop your feet in if you need. Reach forward with the left hand. Keep a little buoyancy in that left knee as you drop that left hand to the inside of the left leg or a block or your toe. Reach the right arm up. Find some lift, find some length, breathe. You can be either gazing up at your right fingertips or lowering the gaze towards your left big toe. Expand through the heart. 2 more breaths. 2 more quality breaths. Last exhale, ground down. Inhale, reach it up. Step to the top of the mat, mountain pose, palms together, heart center. Let that soak in. Feel the body re-energized, where that posture moved energy or tested your limits. And when you're ready, step that right foot back again. Extend the arms wide, 5 pointed star towards the right edge of the mat, big long edge of the mat. And then we'll take revolve triangle. So pivot back to the right, reach the arms up, square the hips towards the top of the mat. Bring your right hand to your right hip and hinge forward with that left hand like we did for the other regular triangle. Tick-tock it down. Bring that left hand to the outside of the right leg or to a block if you need. When you're there, lengthen on the inhale, lifting the heart as if you can press your heart past your toes. And then exhale, twist to face the right side, maybe reaching that right arm up and back. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward. Keep some little bend in the knees, no locking at your joints. Breathe through the challenge. The revolution begins within, literally and figuratively. 1 more breath in, stay for the exhale. Inhale to come up, arms up. 5 pointed star towards the side of the mat, and then pivot to face the top of the mat. Right arms come up. Square your hips towards the top of the mat. Exhale, left hand to your left hip. Reach that right arm up, maybe a little side body stretch. Exhale, reach forward with that right hand. Bring the outside of the right hand to the outside of the left leg or to a block. Find your stance and then begin to spin your heart open towards the left, maybe reaching that left arm up. Pull the left hip back. Scissor the legs together. Keep some space in the torso. Be gentle on the neck. Left hip pulling back. Breathe. Make your last inhale really deep. Exhale it out. Inhale to come up, both arms up. Spin open the 5 pointed star. Step to the top of the mat, palms together. Let it sink in. Get your breath. Tune inward. Reground yourself through your feet, through the spine. You're going to relax your arms at your side. On an inhale, step that right foot back. Again, turning to face the long edge of the mat. We're taking wide-legged forward fold. Bring your hands to your hips. Adjust your pants if you need. Toes are facing the long edge of the mat. Lengthen through the spine. So slight tuck of the pelvis. Lifting through the heart, relaxing the shoulders down. A little buoyancy in the knees. Begin to hinge forward. Keep the feet planted firmly. And then send the hips back as you hinge forward with the torso. Lifting up through the tailbone. Shifting the weight to the balls of the feet. Letting the head slowly begin to hang heavy. Use your blocks if you need. You can bring your hands to the blocks or the mat. Slowly allow yourself to descend into your wide-legged forward fold. Inhale and exhale. Keep shifting the weight to the balls of the feet. Keep lifting up through the tailbone. On an inhale, halfway lift, so tent the fingertips up. A block is going to be helpful here too. Bring the left hand to the center of the mat. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Gently twist open towards the right. Right fingertips are reaching up. Exhale, lower that right hand, planted in the middle. Other side, inhale, reach the left arm up. Gaze follows. One more inhale. Exhale, lower that hand to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through the spine. Press down to the feet, bring your hands to your hips, and slowly come up. Reach the arms up, and pivot on your feet to face the back of the mat. So the right foot is in front. We're gonna take pyramid pose. So bring the feet a little bit closer together on the same plane. If you struggle with balance or just not feeling it today, take as wide as a stance as you need. Hips are squared forward, shoulders are squared forward, just like warrior one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring the heart forward. Finding pyramid pose, lowering the hands to your blocks or to your mats. You can also keep them on your hips. So your choice. Keep the hips level. Keep the heart reaching forward. Breathe deeply into the back of that right leg. Relax through the neck. Right hip pulling back. Pressing the soles of the feet down. On an inhale, we're going to come up. Exhale, pivot to the other side. Pull that left hip back, right hip forward, arms come up overhead. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, send the hips back, arching or reaching forward, hinging at the hips, slow motion, lowering the hands to your blocks, or bringing them to your hips, or maybe all the way to the floor. Slight bend in the left knee, don't lock out your joints. Left hip pulls back, heart reaches forward, inhale. Exhale, lower into your pyramid pose. Deepening as much as you need or as little as you need. Taking note of any difference on this side and the other. Not for judgment, just for curiosity. And using that information to inform how far or not you go. It's important to understand ourselves and our limitations, our values, before making changes. One more breath in here. Slow exhale. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale to stand. Pivot to face the wide edge of the mat. Reach arms out, 5-pointed star. Turn the toes out. We're gonna take a little goddess pose. Exhale, sink down, knees out. Elbows to 90 degrees. Inhale to 5-pointed star. Exhale, turn to face the top of the mat. Step to mountain. 3 breaths here. Make them count. Stay tuned in. Final deep inhale and exhale. And then finding a firm stance if you're not already there in your mountain pose. Shift the weight to the left foot. Bring your hands to your hips. Begin to straight leg, lift that right foot up off the mat. Moving from that inner thigh. So lifting up from that inner thigh, lifting the right foot off the mat. Finding a little balance. Point the toes and flex them back. Point and flex. Keeping that right hand on your hip, reach that left arm up. And then take that left hand over the right side. So finding a twist, pull that right shoulder back. Inhale back to center. Exhale, left hand to your hip. And then cross that right ankle over your left knee, your left thigh. You can give yourself a little assist here. Finding standing figure 4, palms together at heart center, if you will. You can keep them on your hips. And then send the hips back before even sinking down. Send the hips back, finding that hinging forward. Then begin to bend the knee and sink back into your figure 4 pose. Firm in that left foot. Long through the spine. Breathe. Play around. Have some fun with it. If you're not quite balanced, it's totally okay. You won't ever get there if you don't try. One more inhale. Breathe out. Inhale to stand. Bring that right knee up with you. Exhale to chair. Sink the hips back. Sinking into that chair, bring the palms together, down through heart center. Inhale, reach that right elbow up. Exhale, twisted chair. Bring the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, press that heart up towards the sky. Look up towards the ceiling. Keep the weight in the heels. Keep the legs squeezing together. Inhale to chair. Exhale to stand, arms up. Exhale to mountain. Take a breath, take a rest. When you're ready, release the hands to either side. And we'll take that on the other side. Shift the weight to the right foot. Bring your hands to your hips. With a straight leg, moving from that inner left thigh, lift the left foot and slowly bring that left leg up. Keep the hips level here though. Point and flex. Point the toes, flex the foot. And then keeping that left hand on your hip, reach the right arm up. And exhale, twist your torso to the left, bringing that right hand across your body. Inhale back to center, right arm up, right arm to your waist. Cross that left ankle over the left or the right thigh. Give yourself a little assist, pulling that right ankle up towards the crease of your hip. And then taking our figure four, send the hips back, folding over your leg, palms together at heart center. Find what your standing figure four looks like. Rounding down, pulling that energy up, pressing back with the hips, reaching forward with the torso, gazing down at the floor in front of you. And of course, breathing steadily, as easily as you can. Stay with yourself for a couple more breaths. Inhale, begin to stand. Bring that left knee with you. And then slowly plant that down, chair pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sink the hips back. Same kind of motion as in that figure four, palms together at heart center. Inhale, lift the left elbow, cross it over your right knee for revolved chair, twisted chair. Palms together, inhale, lengthen the spine, and then spin the heart towards the ceiling. Keep sending the hips back, strong in the legs. I'm right here with you, we've got this. Just a couple more breaths. Find that ujjayi breath to get you through. Inhale to center. Exhale to stand. Find mountain pose. Palms together, heart center. Breathe. At the top of your mat, release the hands down. Looking straight forward. We're going to take it down to the mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back to plank or knees. Lower all the way to the belly or through chaturanga. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Lift up to the tailbone. Let the head hang heavy. And then widen your feet to the edges of the mat and walk your hands back in between your feet, lowering the hips down, finding yogi squat. Palms together, elbows on the inside of your knees. Lifting your hips as much as you need so that your feet stay planted on the mat. Plant the left hand down, reach the right arm up, gentle twist towards the right. Exhale, lower the right hand, other side. Inhale, reach the left arm up, twisting towards the left. Exhale, plant both hands down in front of you, lift the hips. Walk the hands out to your downward facing dog, bringing the feet back together about hips width distance. And send that right hip up and back, right leg up and back, bending at the knee, opening through the hip, stacking the hips. Exhale, plant it down, other side. Extend the left leg back, reaching with the toes, bending at the knee, pull the heel towards your glute, open the hip towards the left, stacking the hips. Exhale, lower that foot down. Lower the knees to the mat. Take a round of cat and cow. Lower all the way to your belly. Bring the tops of the feet to the mat. Reach the hands back. We'll take a little lotus pose. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the hands. Tops of the feet still pressing into the mat. If you'd like, you can clasp your fingertips at your low back and intensify by pulling the hands down the spine, lifting the heart a little bit more. One more inhale. Lift a little higher if you can. Exhale, lower. Bring the hands next to your chest. Press up and back, sitting back onto your heels and extending the legs long in front of you for Dandasana. Stack pose. Move the flesh away from your sitting bones so you're sitting directly on the mat. If you've got tight hamstrings or find this pose really uncomfortable, you can also roll up the back of your mat or find a blanket and just sit your hips up on that. Will help a little bit with this posture. Relax the shoulders down your back. Hug the belly in, lengthen through the spine. Shoulders relax, as well as the gaze. Just look softly in front of you. Toes pressing back towards you. And then on an inhale, reach the arms up. Take a forward fold. Again, hinging at the hips. Reach forward, letting the hands grab whatever they can. Look forward. Shrug the shoulders back. Lift through the sternum. And then exhale, allow the upper back to begin to fold forward. Dropping the head and the neck. Find your breath. We'll be here for 3 more rounds of deep inhales and slow exhales. See if you can slow down each round of breath out. And to come up out of the pose, we're going to roll the spine as if we're coming up from a standing forward fold. So tuck the tailbone, hug the belly in, and then inhale, roll the spine up. Shoulders roll, chin lifts. Take your hips off your rolled up mat or the blanket if you used it. Bring your hands about 6 inches behind you for reverse plank. You can also take reverse tabletop here by planting your feet and just lifting up this way. Just fine option as well. If you're taking reverse plank, point the toes. Eventually we want to work to be able to be planting our feet and lifting up that way, but I find that a lot more difficult. So up to you. If you want a little bit of a challenge, you can try that. If you need to take it easy today, take reverse plank, reverse tabletop, or you can just sit here and find a cat and cow breath in this posture. So decide what you're going to do. Inhale, ground down. Exhale, release. And then inhale to lift up. Brawn through the heart. Be relaxed in the neck. Press the hands down. 3 breaths. Hug the belly in. Saving that low back. Use your core. Slow motion. Exhale down. Bring the soles of the feet together for bound ankle. We'll take a few cat and cows here. If you've had enough cat and cows, you can just sit quietly with the neutral spine. I don't think I could ever get enough cat and cows though. Inhaling, lifting the chest, arching the back. Exhale, curling forward, tucking the chin, pressing the back of the shoulder blades open. Coming back up to our neutral spine. Extend the left leg along, bring the sole of the right foot into the left leg for Janu Sirsasana. Inhale, reach the arms up. Extend that left hand towards that left foot or wherever you can grab. Reach that right arm up and slowly tilt over that left leg. Maybe the left arm comes down to the mat or on top of your shin. Breathe. Inhale back to center. Plant that right hand, reach the left arm up. And coming back to center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist towards the right, bringing your left hand to your right knee, your right fingertips back behind your spine. Lengthen on the inhale. Exhale, twist to look over your right shoulder. Inhale back to center. Extend that right leg long and bring the sole of the left foot into the right thigh for Janu Sirsasana on the other side. Sitting bones grounded. Reach the arms up. Exhale, tilt towards the right, reaching that right fingertips towards your right big toe or your ankle, wherever you can grab. Left arm reaches up. Find that side body stretch. Spin the heart towards the ceiling as the left arm comes up overhead. Breathe. Inhale back to center. Arms down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist towards the left. Right hand to right knee. Left hand props up behind you. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist to look over your left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Bring the soles of the feet together. We'll take a little butterfly with the wings. So flap the knees up and down just a few times. And then bring the knees together. Extend that left leg long and walk that right heel in as close as you can. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, reach for that left foot. So reaching in between that knee. And then maybe taking that right hand for a bind around that right leg. Maybe you just grab onto your thigh. Maybe you're still reaching for it. If you've got it, take that left hand around and see if you can reach your fingertips. Totally not necessary here, but if you've got it, inhale to lengthen, exhale to breathe. If you don't got it, keep practicing, keep playing with it. If you've got a strap, this is a great spot for it. Final inhale. Exhale, release the body. Inhale, reach the arms up. Turn to face the right side of the mat. Bring the right hand back behind you. Left arm reaches up. And then exhale, left elbow to the outside of that right knee for a twist. Lengthen again. Exhale, look over your back right shoulder. Keep that left foot active so the toes are pointing back towards you. Gentle in the face. Inhale back to center. Extend both legs long, give them a shake. Pull that left knee in. Other side. So sitting bones grounded, hips are level. Arms reach up. Hinge at the hips, reach the inside of that leg for the foot or the ankle. Forward fold. And then maybe taking that bind, wrapping that left arm around the left leg. Wrapping that right arm back behind you. Reaching for your fingertips. Or using your strap. Or just reaching. Just trying. Making that effort without judgment, without negative thinking. Wherever you're at, don't forget to breathe. Exhale to release. Inhale to sit up, arms up. Exhale, twist towards the left. Left hand behind you. Right elbow hooks on the outside of the left leg. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, twist. Look over your back left shoulder. Slow down your exhales. Inhale back to center. Bend both knees and take a few windshield wipers left and right. And then coming to tabletop. We're going to take a modified warrior two. So extend that right leg long and pivot the left knee to face the right edge of the mat. Coming up to stand on your knee and your foot. And then find warrior two with your hips. So your hips are open towards the right side of the mat. Extend the arms long and look over your left fingertips. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, reverse warrior. Breathing here. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the top of the mat, pivoting on that knee. Bring that right knee to meet the left. And then send the left foot back, flat foot on the left. Pressing down. Pivot the right knee to face the left edge of the mat. Your right foot will be off the edge of the mat on the other side. All right, coming up off your hands to your hips. Good, left foot is flat, right knee is bent. Extend the arms wide. Look over your front right fingertips. Reach forward, flip the front palm, and reverse warrior. Side body stretch to the right. Breathe deep. And then exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the top of the mat. Coming back to tabletop. Maybe you want a cat and cow. Maybe you want a child's pose. And coming back to neutral spine or coming up to tabletop if you took child's pose. We're going to walk the hands forward and find puppy pose or melting heart. So walking the hands forward, keeping the hips over the knees, lower the heart towards the mat. The forehead or the chin presses against the mat. You can also lower down to blocks or a bolster. Again, hips stay level. And breathe. Press into the hands, walk them back into tabletop. Plant the left hand in the center of the mat, reach the right arm up. Exhale, thread the arm underneath, lowering down to your right shoulder. Left arm extends overhead. Gentle twist of the torso and the spine. Tuning into what sensations this posture causes in your body. Where are you tightening? What feels good? Can you sense any little bit of change happening? Bring the left hand in front of the face and press down to lift yourself up. Extend that right arm up and plant the right hand in the center of the mat. Other side. Slowly, gently sweep that left arm up, opening towards the left side, and exhale, thread that arm underneath you, lowering to your left shoulder, maybe the left side of the face. Walk the right hand towards the top of the mat, so it's straight overhead, and you're looking up under your right armpit. Hips are still over the knees. And gently releasing down, allowing the spine to decompress. Again, tuning in. Noticing where the tightness finds you. Can you let your breath find it? And drawing your right hand next to your face, press into, lift yourself up. Re-extend that left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, lower it down. Shift the hips back. And coming to boat pose, coming onto your sitting bones, bending at the knees. Bring your hands between your knees and your legs, hugging it in. Find a straight low back here. And then tilt back on your hips like you're balancing like a boat on the river. Lengthen through the legs. Maybe you release your hands to face up. Point the toes. Maybe begin to lengthen your legs, but don't give up on lengthening through that low spine. Don't curl the back in. Engage that belly. Hug everything up and in. Exhale, feet to the mat. Hug into a little ball. Growing into yourself. And just another breath. And then slowly make your way to your back. Extend the left leg long. Bring the right knee in. Wind your moving pose. Clasping fingertips around the knee. Press that right knee in. Tuck the chin, lengthening through the back of the neck. On your next exhale, release the right leg to the mat and draw the left knee in. Same thing, clasping fingertips around the left knee. Press that left knee in and down. Tuck the chin. Slow, deep breaths. Exhale to release. Point the toes, bring the legs together. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Take a stretch. And then exhale, knees to chest, hugging them in. And then lower the knees to the right. Extend the left arm out over the left side of the mat and let your gaze follow for a twist. If you'd like to make your twist a little more gentle, you can lower your knees. If you'd like to intensify the twist, bring the knees a little bit up closer towards your shoulder. Enjoy the twist. We'll be here for about 5 breaths. Begin to soften in. The hard work is done. Now we let gravity allow us to release. Inhale the gaze up towards center. And let the knees follow. Coming back to knees into your chest, or gently lowering your knees to the left side. And extending the right arm out over the right side of the mat, letting your gaze follow. Again, adjusting your twist however you need. And then give in, allowing the earth to support you. Take a final round of breath here. Then inhale the gaze back to center. Let the knees follow. Lower the feet to the mat. We'll take 3 rounds of bridge pose. Feet about hips width distance. Walk the heels in. Palms facing down, arms at your side. Hug the legs in towards each other. And on the inhale, from the core, from the belly button, lift the hips off the mat. Lifting up onto the shoulder blades, the back of the neck. Keeping the chin tucked. Watching the belly rise on the inhale and fall on the exhale. On an inhale, lift up a little higher. Exhale, roll the spine down. We'll take 2 more rounds of that bridge pose. You're welcome to take a supported bridge pose by slipping a block underneath your sacrum. Or you can take the active bridge pose as well. You have 2 more breath-guided bridges. And take your time. Remember to energetically squeeze the thighs together. Keep the chin tucked. Relax through the butt. Find your lift from the belly. Lower slowly on your exhale. And repeat for 1 last bridge pose whenever you're ready. Spend 2 extra rounds of breath or so in your final bridge. And then lowering all the way down to your back. And take a happy baby. Hugging the knees in. Reaching between the legs. Grabbing hold of your feet or ankles. Widening the legs and then drawing the knees down. So pulling your feet and your knees down as if you could flatten your back towards the earth. Tuck the chin. Feel the belly expand between the inner thighs. Relax the jaw, relax the face. And then release the feet or the toes, but keep the legs up. So lengthen the legs towards the ceiling, flat feet. And then slowly lower them towards the earth. If you have low back issues, keep the knees bent. But you can help prevent low back issues here by squeezing the belly button towards the low back. As if you could keep your low back against the mat. Slowly lowering all the way down. Good. Point the toes. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. 1 final stretch. Big inhale. Big exhale out. Make as much noise as you need. Take another one of those if you want. If there's any final postures you need to close out your practice today, feel free to spend as much time as you need taking additional postures, stretches, sighs, noises, and then begin to relax down as you're ready into Shavasana. Truly embodying corpse pose. After all the work, the twists, the revolved, the heat building, the strength building, the lengthening and the breathing. Now we rest. The work is done, our effort has been made. And we begin to embody peace. Soften through the belly and the jaw. Relax the forehead and feel the ears melting down the side of the face. Find complete stillness, where the only movement you can detect is a natural breath and maybe the soft heartbeat. Begin to deepen your inhales. Spend just another moment or two with yourself here on the mat. And gently begin to bring some movement, some life back to your extremities. Begin to wake up the legs and the arms. Bending at the knees, plant the feet on the mat. Lower the knees to one side and then the other, like windshield wipers. Reach the arms up overhead, bring the knees to center, and then hug them in, curling into a ball, lifting the back off the mat, hugging your forehead in towards your knees. And begin to roll up and down the mat. Maybe gain enough momentum to find a seat. Keeping the eyes closed or softly gazing down in front of you. Bring the hands together at heart center. Together we'll breathe in. And breathe out. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. It is my hope that through the changes and the revolutions that we attempt to make off the mat, remember to always come back and care for yourself on it. Always remembering that the revolution, both in our twists and in the changes we make in the world, it all begins inside.